All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Danny. I am from Nora Lighting, and I'm in the engineering team. And today we're going to be presenting the Theia. I also have Mickey that would be joining me in this presentation, and he'll talk a little bit about this line at the end of our presentation. Throughout this presentation, you can go ahead and ask your questions at the comments section, or go ahead and save your questions, and you can ask them verbally at the end. And we'll go ahead and start this now. Okay, so Theia, we have 4-inch, 6-inch, and 8-inch. These are ranging from 900 lumens all the way up to 2100 lumens. This is a standard 120 volt AC option only. 90 CRI. I'll be talking a little bit about that because we actually are getting really good CR on this, and we just market it at 90, but we'll go ahead and touch a little bit more on that later. It's 5 CCT selectable, 2700K all the way up to 5000K. This is also a track and ELV dimming compatible. Now, there's a lot of tunable options out there from 2700K to 500K, 5000K. I'm sorry. You need like a 2-channel dimmer, and you need like a fancy driver on this. This is pretty much a straight, easy plug and play with your single dimmer. So this is definitely a good option for you folks out there. Also, is wet location. It's airtight. It has all the Energy Star Title 24 requirements that you need, especially here for California. What that means is that it does have a higher requirement, and we do meet that. ETR, standard 5-year warranty, and really important for us that this is FCC compliant. Okay, so earlier I talked about 90 CRI. Yes, this meets both Title 24 and Energy Star. Now, the reason why we rate it at 90 not at 95, if you go ahead and look at this table, we actually are getting way over 90. We're getting 93 at 2700K, 3000K, we're getting 95. This, we can actually go out there and market at 95, but we actually want to be true to our customers that, some, at some CCTs, we're not getting just at 95. That's why we're just calling it out 90. But you folks know that if you guys use it in those specific CCT ranges, you guys are getting well over 95, right? And look at the R9, guys. R9 is also the minimum requirement for Title 24 is 50. We're getting way higher than that. We're getting almost up to 80, almost 90. Okay, and CCT, it's pre-selected at 3000K. You're gonna get this right off the box. If you wanna change it for distributors like you, you can just simply open the box and go ahead and toggle the switch right there for your customers. We made it really easy for the 4 and the 6-inch. The 8-inch box is a little bit different, but is not much harder, okay? And just to touch on this, guys, this is a can-less luminaire, meaning that it does not require housing. So I want to touch a little bit about can-less and retrofit. For can-less, we can do new construction, remodel, not a problem. If you do have a housing up there, this might not be for you because we don't have the proper blades for this. This is just like a flipper. So what you want to do, if you do have a housing, not a problem. Most of the housings, you can remove the can off of the frame. And once you do that, you can go ahead and stick our Theia as well. And to talk a little bit about the installation part, our 4-inch is compatible with the ceiling thickness up to 5/8. Our 6 and an 8-inch can go all the way up to an 1.25 inches. And the reason for that is if you see our 4-inch Theia, it's really shallow, guys. You look at the trim height, it's under 2 inches. So that's why we aren't able to get that high of a ceiling thickness. But 5/8, it fits all your standard one. And these are the available frames that we have for the Theia. Now, for the 4 and 6 inch, we share a universal frame, and that part number will be NF-R246. And for the 8 inch, we have a Nora frame R725. And then we also have plates, what we call NFP, so Nora frame plates, and R413, also R613 and R725. So to talk to you a little bit more about like how these model numbers, come to life and why we named it that way. NF Nora frame R246, that is, universal for 2 inch, 4 inch, and 6 inch. And then for the 8 inch, you see the R725. We actually specified the cutout diameter for you, so it can be really easy for us to order, or for your customers to order, or for your customers to understand what the cutout is. Same thing as the NFP, the plate 413. That's a cutout side, 4 inches and 13, 6.13 and 7.25. Okay. And here's a little bit more on how the universal frame works. If you need to use the 4 inch, you go ahead and simply just knock out the 2 inch ring. If you need the 6 inch, you go ahead and knock out the 4 inch ring. Okay. And that pretty much wraps it up. Mickey, I'll go ahead and hand it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Danny, very much. This can-less platform of products is really starting to take hold in the country. And Theia, for example, is in the new can-less brochure, and it's in the new summer preview. So make sure you get those brochures, because that platform of products is represented really well there. It is a commercial product. I mean, when you're talking 4 inch downlights at 950 lumens that are IC and airtight, then you have 6 inch at 1400 lumens, 1450 IC, and then 8 inch at 2100. This becomes a commercial play as well as a residential play. And just as a small example, we received a 30,000 piece order just 2 weeks ago, and we've shipped 10,000 of those. We've got probably 30,000 more pieces en route to us. But the can-less platform is represented by products like Theia, products like eFlin, products like the M2, the M4, even the new M1 Plus that you've seen in the new brochure. And how about Iolite can-less that's coming? So you have this whole plethora of products, and it's really benefiting the installer and the contractor. The distributor gets the flexibility of not having to stock a housing, but the installer really has the options of adjusting the CCT to whatever they want, and then not having to put the housing in play. Its biggest features really are, to me, are the performance. It's got really deep regression. If you look at the 6 inch and the 8 inch, you're pushing 2 inches to almost 2 3/4 inch full regression. There's no aperture glare there. It's done in a really nice matte, matte powder white finish. And price points like on the 8 inch at $22 for 2100 lumens is pretty significant, even in the mid-teens for the 6 inch with a nice 2 inch regression and 1450 lumens. So, at the end of the day, as Danny pointed out, all the CRIs, we've got full Energy Star, full Title 24, full wet location, and we got all this flexibility for the installer. It makes for a wonderful product, especially with all those features.
Okay, guys. So thank you, Mickey. And I'll go ahead and end the presentation.